Doubloons are one of the 2 in-game currencies in Sea of Thieves, and unlike your standard gold coin, can be harder to get hold of if you are a new pirate. From purchasing new cosmetics to even buying lessons of recommendation from Lorena to level up your trade reputations, having a stack of doubloons in your back pocket will help you get the most out of your Sea of Thieves journey. I'll be chatting through 10 ways to earn doubloons in the Sea of Thieves in this video. Whilst I have you here, ahoy, my name's Wiz and I'm the Sea of Thieves pirate giving you the best tips, guides and educational content. If this sort of stuff floats your boat, hit that subscribe button. I'll be mighty grateful if we can get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So kicking off with the first way to earn this mysterious blue currency, leveling up your season pass. By playing Sea of Thieves, going on adventures and doing whatever you enjoy doing, from digging up treasure to battling Ashen lords, you'll earn XP that will level up your season pass. That being said, if you want something to work towards, I highly recommend you check out the list of deeds, challenges and trials you can complete, as they form the base of whatever type of sale you can start off having. Completing these won't earn you gold or doubloons specifically, but they will likely feed into other commendations you have, and result in you turning in loot that you may come across, for example. I also will note here that you do not need to buy the plunder pass. You can earn free gold and doubloons every few levels through the free one. From season 14 alone, you'll be able to earn 220 doubloons, and this is a similar pattern that carries on through each season. Next up, we have your daily deeds. If you're the kind of pirate like me who cannot keep away from the Sea of Thieves, then you may want to consider completing your daily deed challenge each day. Sometimes you can earn doubloons from often very simple challenges. I've had challenges previously that is literally dig up a chest or defeat a skeleton ship. Sometimes you'll also get gold, other times doubloons. The amount could vary too, from 5 to even 30 at a time, so it is worth checking in just in case. Thirdly, complete commendations. Yeah, I know that can sound a little bit overwhelming when you're new to the Sea of Thieves, and I totally hear you. It can be a lot for sure, but take it step by step. Firstly, head to your pirate's log and then click on build rats. This is where a lot of your commendations centered around specific themes live. So if you fancy going to the Devil's Roar and testing your metal against those Ashen skeletons and volcanoes, then you can earn doubloons just by visiting islands that you've never been to before in the Forsaken Ashes section. Often with commendation collections as well, they will be set to complete. So in this instance, there are visiting island commendations which will earn you 5 doubloons at a time. But then upon discovering more about the Devil's Roar and some of the mysteries that lie within, you'll be able to earn 10 per specific commendation, and eventually, once you've completed all of these, you'll earn 30 doubloons and a fancy title of Master Devil's Voyager 2. Granted, not every commendation out there will earn you doubloons, but with every season that rolls around, you can bet there's going to be more things to discover and do, which in turn might just increase your doubloon balance. On a personal level, this has always been my favourite way to earn the currency, because it's allowed me to get to the heart of Sea of Thieves, and I cannot help but find adventure in the most randomest of commendations. Moving on to items you can sell within the Sea of Thieves that directly will result in doubloons hitting your pockets. There are actually quite a few. So let's chat about the one that is probably the most common. Ashen keys and chests. To open the Ashen chest, you'll need an Ashen key. That being said, you can hand in either one to Lorena at any of the outposts and you'll earn 5 doubloons for each one that you do. I have an in-depth guide on my YouTube channel about how to find Ashen chests and keys, which I'll pop in the description and I'll link it in the card above. And remember what I said about commendations? There are 2 commendations related to Ashen keys specifically that result in you earning 10 doubloons each, selling an Ashen key and then opening an Ashen chest with a stolen Ashen key. So that's potentially 25 doubloons in one go that you could earn. But what about what's actually inside an opened Ashen chest? If you're lucky, you might find a Doubloon Pouch, and that gives you 5 doubloons for free. These are not guaranteed, and I wouldn't necessarily use this method as a quick farming method if you're short on doubloons, but even now I do get rather excited when I see a pouch in there. I mean, hey, it's free money, I'm a pirate, I'll take anything I can get on the seas. You'll also notice small books inside open Ashen chests. These are tomes, with there being 4 varieties. Tomes of fire, power, resurrection and curses. Each one, upon being handed into Lorena at the outposts, like I mentioned earlier, will in return give you 5 doubloons. It's worth mentioning though, you have to open the Ashen chest to ensure that the tomes are counted when you hand in the chest. Otherwise, nothing will say that there were tomes in there or not. These tomes are incredibly handy for all of you commendation chasers out there too. If you head to Build Rats and then Ashen Treasures, you'll find all of these that you need to complete. And trust me when I say, yes, it is really annoying when you only have one more tome to find. It's a luck of the draw, unfortunately, so check out my guide about Ashen chests and keys to make life so much easier for yourself. Another item you might come across in your Ashen chests are ritual skulls. These are pretty rare, in terms of your average skull that you might find across the Sea of Thieves. They are white and red in colour, and you guessed it, can be turned in for doubloons. Do you see where I'm going with this? You can find them in a range of places too, not just Ashen chests. You might find one amongst the loot drop by a skeleton ship you sunk, or sometimes when defeating a skeleton captain they'll drop orders that result in you digging up one on an island. To guarantee a ritual skull, however, you'll have to defeat an organically spawning Ashen Lord at the Ashen Winds World event, or you'll have to defeat the Skeleton Fleet World event. Both of these are fantastic if you're in the mood to earn some gold and doubloons in tandem, as they'll both drop Ashen chests and keys as well as a standalone ritual skull. However, please note, raid voyages for these world events will drop trade specific loot and not the standard organic loot that you would find in the emergent events. As you've probably noticed by now in this video, doubloons are often related to the world of Flameheart, the Devil's Roar or his Ashen Lords, and the 8th way to farm doubloons fits right in. You can hand in the Reaper's chest to the Reaper's hideout and earn 25 doubloons at a base level. But how do you find them? There are a few different ways. You could look on your map and find the red skull symbol on your map, then sail to a location to find a shipwreck. You know you're in the right place because you'll see that swirling red and green lights in the sky too. You can also find Reaper's chest in the Fort of the Damned Vault after you defeated Grey Marrow. You might also find a bounty in there too, and if you're in the mood for gold, as they go for 10,000 gold straight up. And if you're really lucky, some captains drop orders which will result in you digging up a Reaper's chest on a random island too. Oh, and before I forget, one quick detail about the Reaper's chest and bounty that you probably ought to know about. They mark you on the map, and the only place you can sell them is the Reaper's hideout. So if you do manage to get 1 or 2 on your ship, please hear my warning. Sell them reasonably fast. Don't be like me and say to the crew, "Oh, we're fine, we can handle anyone that comes our way," and then the next minute my ship is sunk, my chests have been stolen, and I'm down a whole pile of gold. Totally still not suffering from PTSD from that one time. Definitely not. So yep, grab them whilst they're on the server and get them sold. Up until number 9, we have the generous and humble gifts. Wrapped up like a little present, you'd think they'd just be here for the festive season. These are the gifts that can either be handed in for yourself or given away to other pirates all year round. Found in your pirate log under Build Rats and then Mercenary Voyages, these commendations are incredibly long to complete. You'd be surprised how hard it is to give these little boxes away and have someone else sell them for you. I say this as someone who's been playing for nearly 5 years and have still yet to finish them. These gifts can only be sold to the Reaper's hideout, and they can be sold for 10 doubloons each. You can find these gifts in emergent, organic fort vaults, as well as from the Burning Blade upon defeating it. So yeah, you're not working with a ton of opportunities here, I'm afraid, but all hope is not lost on your doubloons grind. For the last way to earn doubloons is by running a Reaper Emissary and grinding it to grade 5. For when you do, everything you hand into the Reaper's hideout receives a 2.5 multiplier bonus, which applies to both gold and doubloons. So whether it be an Ashen chest or key, a humble gift, or even selling rag and bone crates, you'll receive bonus doubloons when you rank up your grade for the Reaper's bones. In fact, every single item I've listed here today to earn doubloons will stack with the Reaper's Emissary flag. Just remember, high reward comes at high risk. Being a Reaper's Emissary will result in your ship being marked on the map. and that's from grade 1. That's not even from grade 5. And as there is only one place to sell and gain that precious bonus, you'll need to keep a weathered eye on the horizon. So that's the 10 ways to earn doubloons in the Sea of Thieves. I'd love to know your favourite way to stack those blue coins. Let me know in the comments, and whilst you're at it, please hit subscribe and give this video a like as well. And if there's any more guides you want to see from me, please add that to your comment. I would be mighty grateful. I'm trying to plan out my year ahead of what guides I want to do. So yeah, I'm all ears, folks. See you on the seas.